Hello and welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kujubaka. President of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Stefan Mason Abbas, says government's decision to remove the minimum capital requirement for foreign investors could negatively affect local businesses. Speaking to Joy Business, he noted that the $50,000 threshold is low and must be reviewed.
I think that it is in the right move, but I think the threshold to the 50,000 is too low. It's something that we have always advocated for it to be looked at. The business community and especially the Chamber of Commerce have always advocated for it to be looked at. So it's in the right direction, but to the minimum of 50,000 is also low. Even in that consideration, probably the policy can look at regional basis, maybe West African region, and then outside of the African region, probably in that light. But that being said, that's good. But we also don't want this thing to let the foreign investors come onto the market itself, the direct market, and do retail. In the very recent times, we've met with the Minister for Trade and Agribusiness and Industry, and we have advocated that, yes, it is good that we have these international investors, but it is not good that they are in the market with our market folks. So we are advocating that they are put in a wholesale market, say the warehouses in Athena, thereabout, so that it becomes a wholesale market for just them. And anybody can just drive there, buy and bring it to a market. Not in the situation as we are seeing now. If you go to Makola and then the central market area, you see foreigners trading directly. That gives rise to all these agitations amongst our market folks and our small businesses on the reasons why they don't need to be there. And it's rightfully so.
Meanwhile, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Joseph Obeng, says government must put in place measures to prevent foreigners from entering the retail market.
First, those who have come through that area so that they will have easy registration with the center, they have gone there as manufacturers, and when they get the certification, then they divert to trading. And so it has been a major problem. And then when we built the task force to monitor the foreigners in retail trade, we saw these anomalies, and it is very known to GIPC. And I know that going forward, they will know how to make sure that people do not abuse this freedom, as I would say, that has been given to them.
Some major oil marketing companies have started reviewing their prices at the pumps in line with industry projections. Now, it's coming after most of them held on to their old prices, even though it should have been reviewed over the weekend. We have more for you in this report.
Based on industry data, a litre of petrol should have been increased by 3%, while that of LPG will be increased by a little over 2% per kilogram. But that of diesel was supposed to be reduced by just under 1% per litre. However, GOIL, which currently occupies the second position in terms of market share, took the lead yesterday by reviewing price of some of its products. The firm kept the price of petrol unchanged at 12 cedis, 88 pesos per litre. Diesel, on the other hand, went down by 8 pesos to 14 cedis, 88 pesos per litre. Total Energies dropped the price of petrol by 1 peso to 12 cedis, 88 pesos per litre. VAT of diesel also went down by 3 pesos, and it will now be selling at 14 cedis, 30 pesos at their service stations across the country. Shell has kept the price of petrol unchanged. However, diesel witnessed one of its biggest drop in recent times, going down by 44 pesos per litre. But among the top 5 oil marketing companies, Star Oil has kept its prices unchanged. It is not clear for now why most of the oil marketing companies held on to their prices that long, even though the adjustment should have happened over the weekend.
Management of the Atuabo Gas Processing Plant has assured that its ongoing 10-day maintenance shutdown will be completed within schedule. Energy and Green Transition Minister John Jinapor toured the facility to assess progress and expressed confidence that the works will secure a long-term stability for the power sector.
Minister for Energy and Green Transition John Jinapor is assuring Ghanaians of government's commitment to a stable power supply. He disclosed that the sector was in deep crisis when he took over, with load shedding of up to 700 megawatts.
When I took over office, it was very tough. In fact, if you look at the records from Gridco, for the whole of 2024, every month there was load shedding. Every month. This is verifiable records. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. Particularly in December, the deficit had widened to about 700 megawatts. And then in January, I was appointed as minister. So it was very, very tough. And we had promised the people that we'll fix it. So naturally and expectedly, I came under a lot of pressure, a lot of fire. But with your support and under the leadership of your chief executive, deputies, and all of you, we've been able to stabilize the power sector.
The minister was at the Atuabo Gas Processing Plant in the Western region to appraise himself of the ongoing maintenance shutdown.
And so ordinarily, this would have taken a minimum of 20 days. And if they were to go by the normal 2-week schedule, it means that you're going to do 24 days. And so first of all, let me congratulate and thank CEO and your team for this crash work you are doing to ensure that within the 10-day period, you are able to achieve this feat. You have my full support. We'll continue to work with you. Once this is completed, Ghana Gas expects that they'll be able to scale up production to about 120 MMscf. And that for me is good news. It's a game changer. It's a cost-saving exercise. And it also ensures that we have adequate, reliable supply of gas, not just for power delivery, but for industrialization. In the next phase, we'll be looking at putting up a second gas processing plant.
Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Gas, Judith Ajoba-Blay, briefed the minister of the progress of work. She gave firm assurance that the maintenance exercise will be completed within the scheduled 10 days period.
Some of the major works we are doing for this shutdown are works that we have never done. So, for instance, a 10-year work, so the heat medium, we've not opened it. So major works are ongoing. So we are really glad that you are here to witness that. And we've also targeted that we will deliver the plan back on to you within a certain period. You've given us a period of 10 days. We are working assiduously on that, and we will not say anything. We want to be very conservative, but we will surprise you. We just may surprise you and call you even before the 10th day to tell you that the plant is back.
For Joy Business in Athalia, Kwanza, Western Region.
Away from the energy sector, the Bank of Africa is stepping up its commitment in supporting women-led businesses in Ghana as it announces friendly financial aid and credit facilities. The bank is offering collateral-free and reduced lending rates specifically designed for businesses owned by women. Management of the financial institution says it remains dedicated to elevating small and medium-scale enterprises. More in this report.
Women own a significant portion of micro, small and medium-scale enterprises in Ghana, with 44% of these businesses being female-owned. But they continue to encounter challenges in securing financial services to support and show up their businesses. At an SME product launch by Bank of Africa in Kumasi, Efia Sapon, president of the Women's Wing of the Ghana Union of Traders Association in the Ashanti region, highlighted the challenges confronting women in the sector, especially petty traders.
The most difficult part of women accessing loans from the banks is when you go to the banks and ask for the facility, they will ask you to bring your statement. And with the traditional market, we don't usually go to the banks all the time. We keep the money and then buy the goods the next day or even the same day. So that is the most difficult aspect. But with the coming in of the banks, now we are changing. We take the monies to the banks so that maybe the next day or so we go and then withdraw it from our accounts. And then another thing is they will tell you they will ask for the company registration, which of course that one too, with the traditional market, if I'm selling pepper, ginger, fish, whatever, what do I need a company registration for? I don't need it for anything. But with the introduction of the banks asking us for that papers, we are trying our best as much as possible to go to the offices of the ORC to register our company so that when we take it to the banks, they will give us the loans.
Traditional lending practices among financial institutions often involve small form of collateral, making it challenging for small businesses, especially those in the informal sector, to secure loans. Realizing the economic needs of the women, Bank of Africa has institutionalized a women support desk to offer affordable credit facilities. The bank is ready to offer no collateral and reduced lending rates to women businesses. Louisa Anye is the manager of the Emokum branch of the bank.
We have now launched an enhanced form of our SME support facility, and among the perks that this one offers is reduced fees and charges, reduced interest rates, and especially for women, it is completely collateral free. And this is part of our commitment to supporting women in the SME sector so that they can also raise and grow their businesses. It's true that this program that we have, the main target is women in SMEs, but then even for men, the collateral requirement on this SME support facility is reduced. So we encourage all SMEs to come to Bank of Africa. We are ready to support. We know that as a financial institution, we have a commitment to ensuring that the economy continues to develop, and SMEs are at the heart of that. And so we'll continue to provide the support that is needed.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
The Ghana Revenue Authority has held its second edition of the Customer Experience Conference under the theme, Transforming Service Delivery for Impact and Growth. The event is aimed at fostering trust among taxpayers and enhancing efficiency in revenue mobilization. More in the following report.
Addressing the media at the Customer Experience Conference 2025, Assistant Commissioner of the Customer Experience Unit at the Ghana Revenue Authority, Dr. Brago Nchieje, said the authority is making deliberate efforts to integrate technology into its customer relations services. This initiative is part of a broader strategy to simplify tax payment and enhance overall service delivery.
Technology is an enabler, but we'll still fall on the human beings to use the technology wisely and appropriately to help our taxpayers. So in GRA, that's just the model that we have employed. There's a strategy we have employed to ensure that we have come out with so many digital platforms and the use of technology, just so that it makes it easier for our taxpayers to comply. As we mentioned, it is our desire, our vision, that the payment of taxes should be as easy as possible. So that's what we aim to do with the institution, bringing aboard digital platforms, technology, just so that taxpayers find it easy. Nobody likes to pay taxes, we know that, but we should not make the process also very tasking. So using technology is one of the customer experience tools that we are employing to make it easy for our taxpayers.
Commissioner of the Support Services Division at the Ghana Revenue Authority, Dr. Alex Adumaku-Mensah, reaffirmed the authority's commitment to bridging the gap between the authority and taxpayers. He stressed that a purposeful coexistence between the two parties is key to driving national growth and development.
Gone are days that you treat the taxpayer as an enemy, and when the taxpayers see us, they see us as an enemy. Now you want to bridge that gap, so that you see them as our own customer, how to deal with them, how to pamper them, how to let them know that they are part of the community who need to support the country. So basically today what we are doing now is to draw the attention of the whole world, Ghanaian people, that they are not enemies. They are the people who help us to do the development, build the roads, hospitals, schools. Without them, there will be no road. So we want to let the whole people in the country know, understand how the customer is and how the tax is being done, so that we explain to them, we educate them how the tax is being done, and then let them feel that they are not enemies, they are part of us. They are there to contribute to support the country to move forward. for development.
The conference is expected to serve as a platform for strengthening the relationship between the Ghana Revenue Authority and taxpayers, while also shaping innovative approaches to customer service within the authority.
The Chief Executive Officer of Luckiest, Dennis Iduchum, has officially launched the Season 3 media campaign. Season 3 promises exciting rewards for players while driving back to communities across the country. Speaking at the launch, he revealed that this year's edition will reach 100 communities nationwide. More in this report.
According to the Chief Executive of the Luckiest, Dennis Iduchum, this year's edition will cover 100 communities across Ghana. He revealed that the ultimate prize stands at 2.5 million cedis, with additional rewards such as electronic gadgets, hotel stays, and other giveaways to sustain momentum until December 20.
Look out for us. We'll be coming in your communities. We have 100 communities. We are not giving only cash prizes during the course of the program. It is the last day where we give out cash rewards. But to sustain the momentum from now till 20th December, in such community draws, we give away items. So electronic gadgets, free stays in hotels, a lot of interesting prizes that people need. That is what we're giving away. Now, the overall price for the Luckiest in Season 3 is 2.5 million for the Luckiest ticket.
The acting director of marketing and events at the National Lottery Authority, Kobino Pokubuachi, says the partnership with the Luckiest was approved after due diligence confirmed the company's integrity and compliance.
We did our checks and then we realized that they were a company with a very high level of integrity. They met all our compliance. They ticked all the compliance boxes. So there's one thing that we here at NLA do, and that is we put in a lot of money into good causes. And within the good causes, we have education, youth and sports development, and health. So we realized that they were also interested in CSR. So we agreed with them that, okay, some of the revenues that will be generated through this activity should be channeled into CSR.
Actor and brand ambassador for the Luckiest, Miki Osebekun, says the initiative offers Ghanaians the chance to experience joy while transforming lives. He noted that the Luckiest ticket, with a grand prize of 2.5 million cedis, presents an opportunity for participants to change their fortunes.
It's one of the opportunities to bring smiles and happiness to Ghanaians. Who doesn't become happy when you find money in your pocket? That is what it is. And the Luckiest is one of the opportunities to do so. For me, it's one of the greatest games that brings that opportunity to your doorstep. You just dial *712# and you don't know what happens next. If your luck shines, you make a lot of money. Like it was indicated across the interview with the CEO, the Luckiest ticket for this year wins 2.5 million cedis, not the old million, the new one. So that is what it is.
In an effort to enhance effective marketing professionals have been urged to ensure the ethical use of technology in driving campaigns. Speaking to the media at the 2025 Tyon Africa AMC conference, President of the Chartered Institute of Marketing, Michael Abiu, cautioned against the unauthorized use of customer data by some practitioners since the reliance on technology in marketing campaigns has intensified. The following report has more.
The Tyon Africa AMC 2025 conference is a joint annual event hosted by the African Marketing Confederation, AMC, and the Technology Information Confederation, Tyon Africa. The conference focused on the use of digital innovation and AI-driven marketing in reshaping brand consumer engagements. Addressing the media, President of the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana, Michael Abiu, emphasized the need for marketing professionals to adopt digital solutions solutions.
As marketers, we cannot continue to deliver our services using the old tools, the old methods, and the old ways. AI, for instance, have come to change the landscape on how we produce content and how we reach and analyze data, and how also we are able to provide, customer retention strategies. And therefore, this conference provides that background. If you look at the various speakers and the various topics and sessions that we are about to hold, it's looking at how do we bridge the gap between technology and marketing, and at the same time to bridge the gap between Africa and the world.
He also cautioned against the unauthorized use of customer data by some practitioners, stressing the Institute's commitment to sanitize the market.
We need marketers to be certified. We need those within the branding, the advertising space, the technology space to come for certification. And the reason for the certification is also the environment of ethics and professionalism. And that is what we are driving, and we believe that education and continuous education is what we can use to be able to ensure that the data that we are collecting from the various markets are put to very good use. It's not only about data and how we are using it, it's even how we are protecting the data of customers.
Meanwhile, President of Tyon Africa, David Gowu, called for stronger collaboration among African countries to develop tailored technological solutions that address the continent's unique needs.
How do we ensure that the solutions that we are developing, we are able to get buyers, we're able to get clients? It starts with collaboration with our neighbors. So we can actually have professionals from here working in other African countries after training. We can also have solutions here that can be deployed in other African countries. That's what we want to do. But technology alone cannot make it happen. We have to collaborate with marketers, we have to collaborate with supply chain. So we are trying to bring all these professionals together and ensure that we have a plan that can be implemented, that can see Africa leapfrog its developmental efforts.
The conference brought together more than 500 delegates from 35 African countries. As part of the event, participants also visited the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and other key tourism landmarks in Ghana.
Thanks so much for being part of Prime Business. I am Pius Kujobaka. Daniel Cranton is next with Prime Sports.